Coach.
Oh,
What's it like getting ready to head back, a place where you were, and your son's on roster there? Just what's going on?
It will be unique for sure. I've been back places that I've coached before, but this one will be different. Not only is they told me to go ahead. Sorry,
You're good. No worries.
I told them that I didn't feel comfortable with it, but they assured me it was okay. My son being on the team, knowing a good bit of the coaching staff, all the players basically, it'll be an emotional day. Senior day for my son, and so that'll be unique for me, being there as a dad, and I don't know, probably boo me when I go out for my son's introduction. But once the game kicks off, it's a football game.
You will be able to do that, the senior day participation?
I think so. I don't know the timing of it yet, so I don't know how much time there will be in between events, but I'm hoping to.
Cool.
With being there, does it help you at all knowing their personnel?
Sure it does. Yeah, sure it helps. But there are some new characters, some guys who are transfers, and then some guys who maybe weren't playing as much last year that are playing more now. And every year a player is a different player. So yeah, I think it helps, but that's not going to be the difference in the game.
You recruited Calvin Clemens to Baylor. What do you remember about him coming out of high school and things like that?
I remember I couldn't believe how big he was when I first met him. Not a lot of people make me feel small, but he does. Just what a great kid he is, what a great family, and was really disappointed when he chose to come to Kansas, and then when I ended up here, certainly glad to see him, and he's made good progress this season. I'm proud of where he's headed.
Where has it shown up the most for him over the last few games?
I think combination of confidence and intensity on the field, and I think those two things are certainly blended.
And were you expecting him to be able to get there? You didn't know, obviously, with the injury, how far that would set him back, and then if he'd get the opportunity when guys went out. I mean, did you think
he would be ready to play this season?
Well, or that confidence level, yeah.
It's been a progress. I mean, there's been progress from the beginning of the season, both in his comfort level with just feeling strong again, but also just playing for the first time, really playing at this level. But yeah, I felt like he would.
Yeah. What's the general mood right now? You guys, we've talked about it with you for 4 straight weeks about got to win out. Everybody knows that, the numbers, the math, all that. But now it's down to 1. What do you feel from your guys right now?
We're not really talking like that. I think everybody knows it. We're just talking about this week. One of the things I respect about Lance and the way that he's handled this whole season is, he's a professional, and he's been in this business long enough to know that there are going to be ups and downs. And I've been with some other coaches who maybe younger in their tenure and hadn't experienced as much. And the consistency that I think he's provided has helped us continue to move forward with a blue collar attitude that gives you a chance to keep getting better. But I think the mood is upbeat, positive, and determined. I think it's what it should be, but you don't know until Saturday. I thought we would play well this last Saturday, but I didn't know we would play that well or that inspired. You just don't know until you get out there.
Jeff, when you turn on the tape, what do you see from Baylor?
Certainly an improved defense. You can see Dave's fingerprints on it. It's different though. I played against Dave when I was at LSU. He was the defensive coordinator at Wisconsin, and then he came to LSU, and we worked together for a year there, and so went against each other in practice then. And then when I went to Baylor, he's involved with the defense, but he wasn't running the defense. And much like he allowed me to run the offense, he allowed the defensive coordinators to run the defense. And so there were some things there that were different than I thought he was as the coordinator at LSU in Wisconsin. And now when I turn the tape on, I see more of his influence on it, just the consistency in alignments, knowledge of the scheme, players being in the right place at the right time, understanding their responsibilities, playing with really, really sound technique. But there are also some things that are different. The way he plays, certain personnel groupings and formations are different. He's certainly added more to his package, more versatile, more variety, I guess you would say, in what you see, in particular from his fronts and the stunts and pressures that you're getting on base downs from him. Third downs, he's always been a guy that was going to be exotic and change what looks you got from week to week, and so you kind of know that. But he's doing more on base downs than he has before.
Real quick, back to Lance. You talked about his approach and consistency, and you know this. I mean, he was questioned at times this year when you guys started the way you started. And I wonder how happy you are for him that it's kind of finished this way. I mean, that's kind of a personal level of this thing, and I know you still have work to do, but you know, a guy like that, a coach like that who stands up there and says, I'm gonna stick with the process, and then to see the process work out, at least this far.
Yeah, it gives credibility to the fact that the process matters,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's not, even though in this day and age, far more often you find an emphasis on the immediate, and you become short-sighted and lose what matters the most, both on and off the field. And yeah, sure, it's rewarding for him and rewarding for our players, for sure. That feeling after that game in the locker room was special.
Anything else for Coach Traps?
All right,